Hello, Real Talkers. Rabbi Manis Friedman is a chassid, a rabbi, an author, a social philosopher, and public speaker. Born in Prague, Czechoslovakia in 1946, Rabbi Manis Friedman immigrated with his family to the United States in 1951. In 1971, inspired by the teachings of the Lubavitcher Rebbe, Friedman, as a shaliach, an emissary, co-founded the Beis Chana Women International, an institute for Jewish studies in Minnesota for women, with little or no formal Jewish education. Friedman authored Doesn't Anyone Blush Anymore, which was published in 1990 and is currently in its fourth printing. He's featured in the documentary films The Lost Key, The Jewish Journey, America, and Patterns of Evidences. Friedman is the most popular rabbi on YouTube with over 190,000 subscribers as of March 2022. Manis Friedman is a Cohen. He's the brother of Jewish singer Avram Fried and the father of contemporary Jewish religious music vocalist Benny Friedman. Shalom, Rabbi Friedman. Such an honor to have you here.
What an incredible introduction.
This is just a little part, I think.
The whole speech.
From a young married man as shaliach in Minnesota to a rock star. Tonight you're hosting an evening with Nathalie Dadon, who was a finalist on Hagadol, an influencer. How do you get from that to that?
I don't know. I have no idea how it happened.
I think that's the beauty.
Huh?
I think that's the beauty of it.
Yeah. It's not a scheme, it's not a plan. You do what you're supposed to do. And if it's interesting, people will be interested. And if it's true, people will be impressed and inspired. And that's what happened. How? I don't know.
I think during Corona, a lot of people started watching your incredible videos. You became a superstar with millions of viewers.
So that's what it is. They had nothing better to do. So
I think so.
Okay.
But people either like you or they don't, because you are very straightforward and you say what people not always like to hear. Is that true?
Yeah. That's the fun of it.
Okay, that's the fun of it. You come out very strong. You say what other rabbis take half an hour to say, you say it in 5 minutes and it's powerful. Is that your secret?
I don't have a secret. In fact, I have no secret. Everything I ever said is public knowledge. It's on YouTube. I don't know if I come on strong.
You are soft-spoken, but your words are measured and direct, to the point. And you often say what people are not comfortable hearing.
And I'm surprised by that. I'm not like I'm saying things and I know that it's going to upset people. It's surprising. Because I'm not saying anything controversial, I don't think. So the fact that there are so many subjects in Judaism that are neglected, and I don't know why, beautiful subjects, beautiful topics.
For example?
The romance of the relationship between the Jewish people and God. How could that be neglected? How could you miss that? Bunch of laws, you either follow or you don't. You get rewarded or you get punished. It's so mechanical, it's so military. It's not the way it's supposed to be.
And I think that's where people feel uncomfortable, because they know deep inside that what you're saying is the truth.
I hope so.
And it's so easy.
I hope so.
You started with Doesn't Anyone Blush Anymore? You started talking about women out there, direct. How important it is for you, the whole issue on the Jewish woman?
That's another subject that is neglected. You know, you grow up, you get married, you start a family, you raise your kids. What's there to talk about? You know, taken for granted, that's what you do, that's how it works. It's not working. Did anybody notice that it's not working? That there are problems, there are difficulties, there's heartbreak and misery? So not talking is not doing anybody any good. I understand, the intimacy of it. It's a private subject. We don't talk about it in public, and that's correct. But even in private, nobody talks about it. So people get married, they're young, they're naive. Where do they get their information from? So they go to secular sources, which are always wrong, bad, destructive, soulless.
Like movies you're talking, like things like
Well,
that?
even the experts. Not good.
Not good.
So we need to talk about it in a tzniut fashion, of course, not vulgar, but not to talk about it is very damaging.
This book came out written by a scholar of yours who became really your ghostwriter. Is that possible? Is that the right word I'm using? Or
He's not a ghostwriter. His name is right there on the book.
He interpreted your words and he put his own, part in it.
Voice.
Elad, which we interviewed already. It's a phenomenal book.
Is it?
I think so. And
I don't read Hebrew.
it's your teachings. What's so amazing about you? I'm asking you because I follow you. And a lot of my friends follow you and were inspired by you. You give in such simple words, such meaning to life. I know we don't have a lot of time, but I want people to understand how important, you're a person that not only is on YouTube, you learn. There's so much learning behind all this. How do you get to where you are now? How much can you give over about Mashiach, about living with the, for God, with God, the Rebbe? How does this all come together?
I had some very, very good teachers. Amazing, amazing. Hasidim, scholars, deep thinkers, geniuses. How can you not share what you learned in all those years in yeshiva? In fact, while I was sitting in yeshiva, I couldn't wait to get out because I already had some information that everybody needed to know. So to sit and get a little more information, I thought, no, gotta go out and start teaching. And of course, the Rebbe encouraged it. If you know an Aleph, you teach Aleph. Well, I knew an Aleph and I wanted to teach it. But also, this program in Minnesota, the Beit Chana, which started in 1970, thousands of women. It's not a full-time school. So we had a constant turnover of students. They would come for a week, for 2 weeks, for a month. Just a crash course. And these are adult, educated women. And you gotta say something. Yeah. You can't just say, lo tignof, lo tinaf. Say something. Tell them why they should, how they should, and their questions. Brilliant. Yeah. And down to earth and practical. And I had to come up with answers. And after 50 years of that, 50 years of teaching women, if I don't know anything by now...
You were told by the Rebbe to start a program for women?
No.
It was your idea? Why women? I'm asking you as just it's interesting.
I mean, if you have a choice between men and women, what's the question?
Of course women.
Yeah. Because women make the difference.
Why?
Men follow women.
Nice.
Women set a standard, men will live up to it. Women lower the standard, not good. Not good at all. So we just put together a little album of some of the students who attended Beit Chana in the 70s.
Nice.
They sent in pictures, a picture album actually. They sent in pictures of their families. It is absolutely amazing.
They're still in touch with you.
These girls, they came as girls. Right. Now they are the matriarchs of large families, like tribes. Every picture is like 40 When a woman does the right thing,
Shake the world.
change the world, of course. And it's really, really awesome, and it's humbling. They came with nothing, they start with nothing, they get no support from their family, and look what they do.
You have a very strong impact on the youth. And the youth is hungry. I know we need more time, but if you could say, with a few words, what's the main thing now? We're going towards Mashiach, hopefully, but it's tough times now.
The tough times, they're very different from the past. The difficulty today is literally only confusion. That's it. Other than that, we have a very good life. We have a very good world. And people don't like confusion. Nobody does.
Right.
Even bad people don't like to be confused. So everybody is looking for enlightenment, for a direction, for a little sanity. And the Navi said a long time ago that there will come a day that there will be a hunger, but lo re'ov lalechem, v'lo tzoma lamayim, because we have lechem and we have mayim. I know some people want to create a panic. We're running out of food. We're running out of water. It's not going to happen. It'll never happen. There'll always be enough. But what don't we have? A vision of why we're here. Because lo b'kashti lavo l'olam. Why are we here? If I can't answer that question, then nothing makes any sense.
Right.
Well, too bad, you're here. Now go to work. No, nobody wants to hear that. The amazing thing is that this message, this book, that we are here to serve God and not to satisfy our own needs, psychologically, this is such a revolution. And no matter who you talk to, literally, no matter who you talk to. When I talk to people who are ultra-Orthodox, whatever that means, but, very Orthodox,
Yeah.
I talk to them, and this is news. They love it. They never heard this. And it changes everything. Now they can do the mitzvot with a little more satisfaction. They know what they're doing. Sipuk hanefesh, right? And then I talk to people in Africa in the jungle, and it's the same message. And they react the same way. It's totally universal. Because truth is universal. So it's not about a religion, and it's not about a group, and it's not about who's the biggest tzaddik. No, this is not a competition. The truth has to become public knowledge. That's called tikkun olam. So it's what we're supposed to be doing. It's what everybody wants. It's what's going to happen anyway. Come on, let's do it.
Are you positive about the future coming?
Absolutely.
We're close to Mashiach.
We were close to Mashiach like 30 years ago. We're closer now, meaning we've made progress. The world has changed for the better. So it's not that we're close. We're doing it. But for some reason, there's like one more step missing or one more key in this symphony. But we're so close that it's frustrating that it didn't happen yesterday.
You do a lot. We see a lot of you.
A lot of people are doing a lot. And a lot of people are responding a lot, which is a good combination.
Absolutely.
You teach and people hear. And then they share it, and it's contagious.
Rabbi Friedman, you come from an incredible family. It comes to my mind, what did your parents feed you? You're all successful. Each one of you, whatever it does it all the way.
I like my family.
Yeah? How many brothers are you?
6.
6 brothers. And
Two,
your
two
number?
sisters. I'm
You're-
number 1 brother.
Okay. Are you close to each other?
We're spread over long distance. One brother lives here in Tzvat. One brother lives in Kansas City. I lived in Minnesota. So we were pretty scattered. But when we get together, it's
Do you have family meetings?
well, weddings and bar
Weddings.
mitzvahs. And,
Your son is a famous singer now.
oh, yeah.
You're proud of him. You're close to him.
He's not only a singer, he's a darling.
It's so nice to hear. I wish I had so much more time. I'm really honored to speak to one of the greatest minds, I believe, in this generation. And I really
No, just a great mouth,
well, behind a great mouth, you need a great mind.
which comes from great teachers.
This is what I also want people to know, that there's so much learning behind all this. It's not just, knowing how to speak in front of a camera. It's learning. And I thank you for spreading all your knowledge to us, simple minds who really are enlightened by your teachings. And I really hope you can continue this incredible, incredible job.
Oh, the media is the way.
Yeah,
So you are the solution.
that's good to know.
Oh yeah, really. One of the last frontiers where we have to bring kedusha to a place where there's no kedusha is the entertainment world.
Right,
It's been around since the Colosseums in Rome,
right.
and it's been evil. It's been ugly.
Oh, yes.
It's been violent. It's been vulgar. Now, finally, it's being used for kedusha.
And the Rebbe was one of the pioneers to start
yeah.
using.
Yeah. Of all the rabbis in the world, the Lubavitcher Rebbe was on television.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Rabbi Friedman. Good luck. Thank you for all you do for us.
Thank you.
Youth,
Thank you.
and keep on having so much atzlacha, long life. I hope you enjoyed it, Real Talkers, and see you next time.